Hi guys, it's Bella here. Welcome to today's speed build. Today we are building for the Sims 4 Curb Appeal challenge number 2. It's a build challenge on Twitter, and I will link their page down below. This one ended already, but they already posted another challenge, so you can go check that out if you are willing to participate. For this house, the assignment was a modern home for a newlywed couple. It was supposed to have 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, lots of natural light and a garden. So that's exactly what I did. I call this house the concrete cove because I really like those words for some reason. And it's partly concrete, and yeah. I made the layout or the floor plan so that the main entrance is actually on the 2nd floor, and the kitchen and living space are on the 2nd floor, and the 1st floor is where the bedrooms are. So there is an entrance here to the bottom floor as well, but that would only be used by the family that lives here, and the guests would go to the 2nd floor, I imagine. And yeah, I had this vision of a house when I started building, and this is approximately what it looked like in my head, but I end up changing a lot of things. I end up changing most of the windows and doors and the garage completely, but I think it's fine in the end. I don't know, I kind of struggled with it, which is funny because only like a year or so ago I really enjoyed building modern homes, and now I'm just struggling with them. I don't know why that is. Maybe just like my style or my strong points as a builder used to match this kind of style, and now my strong points are somewhere else, and now I like doing more cottage builds and more old-fashioned builds. But this was a nice change, and I really like doing challenges exactly because of that. Like, you get to challenge yourself and do something you wouldn't maybe do if you were just building by yourself. So yeah, so there will be a spacious back garden. That ends up changing completely as well, but I just put my first ideas of the layout down there with the half wall, and I put in some more windows. I used these tiny spa day windows because I felt like they gave in a lot of light, but like didn't allow people passing by to see inside. And yeah, like I said, I was kind of struggling. I was kind of struggling also with this fence. I was trying a lot of things, but none of them really matched the gates I wanted to use, and I actually end up going for a totally different fence with no gate at all. It's just like this gap in the fence. So it's a little private. Of course, like most fences won't really keep people out. Like, it's more of just like a know that this is our lot, please don't come here uninvited. I guess. So yeah, here will be the kitchen. It's a quite small kitchen. This was supposed to be the first home of this couple or this family, and so I figured they wouldn't need like a super big kitchen or a house overall. So the whole house is like medium size, and the bathroom is also quite small. But for now, like, the challenge was to build a home for 2 people, so I think it is fine. Yeah, I also put those like windows to the roof, and I do this thing where some of the ceiling on the 2nd floor is kind of open, but I don't know, like, it doesn't look as good in game as I hoped. It's often the case, like, you want to do this kind of cool trick with the roofing, but they're like, because you can't paint the inside of the roof different than the outside, so and all kinds of things like that, so it looks a bit weird. But I think from the outside it looks nice, and it just makes sense that if there were windows they would like be inside as well, if you know what I mean. Yeah, here I changed the windows and swatches of the doors, and I think soon I will actually be moving this whole lot because I was it was really annoying me how it was like early spring, so I couldn't really see what I was doing with the yard, with the landscaping, um, because I was building in the save file that I play in, so I didn't want to advance the seasons. So I just moved this to another save file and made it to be summer there, because also because this challenge was all about like the front of the house looking inviting and appealing. So I wanted it to be summer and to be sunny when I was taking the screenshots, and I wanted to like be able to see the landscaping properly. I don't know, I'm still not used to building in any other season than summer. Like that was the only option for so long, and unless I'm doing like specifically like a autumn or winter themed build, I can't do it. Like I will always go to my build save file and make it be summer there. It's just easier and it looks nicer. Of course, it depends a bit what you're doing, but especially if you are doing a big garden like this and the landscaping is essential to the building, so then I think it makes more sense. And this is the dining and living room. It is both are in the same space, so it's not a huge space, but there's everything you need, and there will be another like a family room or a study downstairs, so there's a little bit more seating there also. But yeah, I think I like how it turned out in the end. I do actually put in a cat tree and like a football, but I forgot to put in a litter box. Also, it wasn't like necessary for the challenge. I just couldn't figure out what to put in this empty corner of the living room. So if you want to play in it, you can just either remove the pet things or just add a litter box, so it should be fine. This is on the gallery under my username veloniada. I think it's named Curb Appeal too, but you can find it with my username or my hashtag velosims, and it is completely CC free because that was also part of the challenge. Here I think I pull out a couple of curtains that are CC. They are recolors of the base game curtains, but I changed them back to a base game swatch so that there is no CC in this build at all. I don't know what to talk about in voiceovers really, because like I don't think my viewers want to know anything too personal, and I'm not sure if I want to share that either, but I will do my best to try and come up with some new interesting things to tell you. But in the meanwhile, comment down below, how was your day, what are you doing today, and also are you excited for Sims Camp that is starting this week, because I sure am. All of my favorite creators are going to Sims Camp, and we will get to see exclusive videos of Get Famous and possibly also the terrain tools. I'm not sure, but possibly that too before those features actually come out. So I'm really excited. I just wanted to start so I can look at Twitter and see everyone having fun there. I can't wait for both terrain tools and Get Famous. It is incredible, to be honest. But yeah, here is the only bathroom of the house. It's very small, but I think it's enough for a small family. And yeah, you could probably put a litter box in there if you wanted to. There was also washing, what's that, laundry machine upstairs, so there was laundry basket. There was a laundry basket in the toilet because of that as well. And here I put some more plants on both the roof of the garage that I changed off camera. Now it's just a like shade for the car, not a closed space. But I think it's better. I think the closed garage was just too heavy somehow, or I don't know, I just didn't like it. But I add a lot of plants in to make this house look warm and inviting, because it is mostly like a concrete box, so by itself it doesn't look very inviting. So I think the garden adds a lot to that. And also in the inside I tried to use like woods and nice colors to make it a little bit more cozier and stuff like that. And I use these stepping stones to make a little pathway to the doors. I used to not like how this technique looked like, but now I really like it, and it's easier than to like terrain paint pathways. I think like I can't terrain paint pathways, they always look a bit silly. But anyway, I really like how the garden turned out, and there is a lot of space to change things up or add things if you want to. There will be a seating area and a barbecue here in the backyard, as well as a kiddie pool and some swings. And also planter boxes. So there's a lot you can do, or you can replace those items with whatever you want to play with. And this is the master bedroom. It's very white. I do put in accent wall later on, but I wanted to keep it quite clean and just minimalistic, like this whole house. I was thinking that maybe the previous owners still lived here, but they had like cleaned up very well so that the house could be showed to other people, or maybe it's just a show house. I don't know really. There's also a kid's bedroom next door, like the room next to it. This is a kid's bedroom, although the challenge did not require specifically a kid's room, but it could be converted into a nursery or a toddler room very easily. Currently it's for a child or a teenager, and it's quite girly, but just with a little bit of renovating you could totally make it work for anything, or it could just be a guest bedroom if you only have a couple of Sims living here. I do put in some like plants and golden furniture into this room, because at this point it was just looking quite boring when it was all white. I do put some glitter in so that it looks realistic, but it's still very neat and clean. And it's not my style personally, this room at all, but I think it's a safe style if you are wanting to sell a house, to have the walls and the furniture like white and neutral and just like neutral in every way, I guess. So that's what I did throughout the build. I think like some of it is more stylized, but most of it is very neat and could work for any kind of person, I think. And also the bed is usable from both sides. I always want to make sure that the beds I place in builds work, because my building style is quite cluttered. I just like a cluttered room, so often when I build I just end up blocking all the beds, so I always place them and other like essential things in the house. But all of these beds should work, and everything else in the house as well, I think. Yeah, this is the child's room. It's quite pink. We put in a pink accent wall, and then I used these science fiction posters. I just thought they looked nice, and I haven't used them before, so I wanted to use them. Maybe it's a young girl who's into science fiction like I am. I don't know, like I was kind of imagining like a younger version of myself would really love this room. I would have loved this room, although I didn't like pink though. But I think I would have still liked it. It's a nice room. And like I said, then the other room downstairs will be office and a sitting space or a family room. There isn't much there. It's quite it's a big space, but it has doors on each wall, so I couldn't make it too cluttered, but I end up really liking it, and there's everything you need in the house, so that's fine. But yeah, I think I will be leaving this voiceover here. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. I hope you like my content, and if you have any feedback or suggestions, you can leave them down below in the comments. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the build, and I will see you all very soon, and bye bye!